Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Our glorious empire at last heralded the coronation of Her Majesty Empress Jamil.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I wish I could spend more than a few minutes with you, but the polls don't close in the East for another hour, and there are plenty of election results still left to falsify.
As the Imperial Navy winds down for much-needed rest and repairs, champions are arriving in the throne worlds, determining via combat which heir from the 6 royal houses will take the throne and which 5 are destined to commit ritual suicide.
You know, with so many people participating in the political and social debate through call-in shows, it's a good idea to be reminded every once in a while. It's a good idea to be reminded of the awesome impact. I'm sorry, you're Dr. Jenna Jacobs, right?
Yes, sir.
Where the coronation of Lady Katiz of House Tash-Murkan is scheduled to take place later today. After the coronation, Lady Katiz Tash-Murkan will be known as Her Majesty Katiz I.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
The awesome impact of the airwaves and how that translates into the furthering of our national discussions, but obviously also how it can Forgive me, Dr. Jacobs. Are you an MD?
A PhD.
A PhD?
Yes, sir.
In psychology?
No, sir.
Theology?
No.
Social work?
I have a PhD in English literature.
I'm asking because on your show, people call in for advice, and you go by the name Dr. Jacobs on your show, and I didn't know if maybe your listeners were confused by that and assumed you had advanced training in psychology, theology, or healthcare.
I don't believe they are confused, no, sir.
Good. I like your show. I like how you call homosexuality an abomination.
All on the public forum of Twitter.
I don't say homosexuality is an abomination, Mr. President. The Bible does.
Yes.
First apostle of the true faith and sovereign defender of the imperial right.
It does. Leviticus.
18:22.
Chapter and verse. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions while I had you here. I'm interested in selling my youngest daughter into slavery as sanctioned in Exodus 21:7. She's a Georgetown sophomore, speaks fluent Italian, always cleared the table when it was her turn.
It's bad manners to refuse a lord's offer. Sit. Eat. You're small for your age. I suppose you've been underfed your whole life.
I ate it up. I just don't grow.
What would a good price for her be? While thinking about that, can I ask another? My chief of staff, Leo McGarry, insists on working on the Sabbath. Exodus 35:2 clearly says he should be put to death.
Der Stein und die Sonne uns Nacht, der Tag kühlet meist, oder meist kann die Nacht.
Am I morally obligated to kill him myself, or is it okay to call the police? Here's one that's really important, because we've got a lot of sports fans in this town. Touching the skin of a dead pig makes one unclean. Leviticus 11:7.
I'm not the Red Woman. Take your own bloody pants off.
If they promise to wear gloves, can the Washington Redskins still play football? Can Notre Dame? Can West Point? Does the whole town really have to be together to stone my brother John for planting different crops side by side?
Despite this, the Seraph came under attack from a large drifter force, appearing almost immediately after the Empress arrived in Safazan. Imperial guards attempted to intercept the attackers, but the drifters used new tactics in their assault, utilizing their superior speed to head straight for the Seraph while ignoring all other ships.
Can I burn my mother in a small family gathering for wearing garments made from 2 different threads? Think about those questions, would you? One last thing. While you may be mistaking this for your monthly meeting of the ignorant tight-ass club, in this building, when the president stands, nobody sits.
Concord is offering various rewards for the destruction of the identified Serpentis targets.
Toby,
Yes, Mr. President.
that's how I beat him.